YouTube. Today I want to talk about making mistakes as a vegan or as a vegetarian. I'm sorry, my dog is in my way and probably going to be annoying us throughout this video, but hey, let's get on. So I had the idea to make this video because today I made a mistake as a vegan and I forgot to look at the sticker on the trainers to see if they were 100% synthetic, and I actually didn't see the sticker. Like, I think if I'd saw the sticker I'd have clicked and been like, hey, no, I can't wear them because they're leather, but I didn't see the sticker, which I think is more to the point. Like, I didn't see it until like 10 minutes ago, quite literally. Yeah, so I bought these trainers presuming they were all synthetic, and turns out they're not. They have a little bit of leather in, and honestly, I think it's okay. I mean, it's not okay to buy leather knowing you're buying leather, but it's okay to make mistakes as a new vegan and even as an old vegan. I think sometimes we're going to make mistakes, and as a new vegan, I think it's quite easy to assume, especially, like, I never assume food is vegan apart from like fruit and vegetables and rice and potatoes and beans. I never assume food or even drink. Like, I check flavoured water sometimes to see if it's vegan. Yeah, I never assume food is vegan, but with clothing and cosmetics, I think, especially more so in cosmetics where there's such a huge long list of ingredients that aren't vegan, and they often contain such a huge long list of ingredients of weird complex names, it's easy to make mistakes. And you're going to make mistakes, especially as a new vegan, and even if you've been vegan for a long time. Like, say a product, okay, say Oreos suddenly had milk in tomorrow, and tomorrow you bought a pack of Oreos and didn't look at the ingredients list and you ate those Oreos. Would that make you any less of a vegan if you didn't know they had suddenly started putting milk back in the Oreos? You know, they've been vegan for so long and you assumed they were vegan. I mean, not eating them isn't going to bring the animal back. If, you know, after you've had like half the pack or whatever, you suddenly dawned on the back and it said contains milk. It's not going to bring the animal back. And then next time in this hypothetical Oreo situation, you're not going to buy Oreos again. And that's okay, you know, you've made a mistake, you've learnt from it, and it's going to happen, especially in such a non-vegan world. We're all going to make mistakes. Actually, this reminded me of some other mistakes I've made, or possible mistakes I've made with not being as, like, cautious and checky with things. So basically, my mum asked me what type of stock I wanted in this couscous a while back, which I always eat when she makes it, because I assume it's vegan, and I said vegetable stock, so obviously I assume it's vegan because I assume she uses vegetable stock, because I said I wanted vegetable stock and she asked me knowing I'm vegan, so why would she put any other stock in it? But we had a conversation at the dinner table on Saturday. It was about gravy, actually, which had chicken stock in, which I didn't have any of because I don't feel the need for gravy anymore. Yeah. And Dad was like, oh, stock cubes have meat in. And I knew stock cubes have meat in personally, but my mum didn't. And so maybe in my mum's blindness, although maybe she used vegetable stock this one time, maybe we ran out of vegetable stock. And in recent times, she's been using chicken stocks unknowingly. I don't know if she has or she hasn't. I mean, it's just speculation. It's probably just me being paranoid. She probably hasn't. But if she has, and I've been eating things with chicken stock in once a week, yeah, I do feel bad about that now. Now, and the second I realised my mum didn't know, and she had been using it in things I've been eating at some stage in time, or maybe she thought vegetable stock had meat in. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I did feel bad. I felt like I wasn't really a vegan, and I should be more careful and more, like, paranoid about what my mum cooks. But I've been really paranoid about what my mum cooks as a vegetarian and as a vegan in the past, and it just gets my mum shouting at me, and it leads to me feeling really depressed. So and normally, you know, she does respect that I'm vegetarian or vegan and make it so it is vegetarian or vegan, so I have kind of learnt to trust my parents a bit more in the kitchen now. So I haven't been like micromanaging their every move, but maybe I need to micromanage their every move again. And it's okay if there was chicken stock in that couscous, because it was a mistake, and I won't eat it again if there happens to be chicken stock in it. I'm actually going to ask my mum next time we have this couscous what stock she uses, and if I don't get an honest answer, I will refuse to eat that couscous, because I am an ethical vegan. I do care about the animals, but sometimes in a non-vegan world we're going to make mistakes, and that's the way it is. And even as a vegetarian, it's really easy to make mistakes sometimes. I mean, I know being vegetarian is easy, but I didn't know until about a month into being vegetarian. I was only vegetarian for 2 months and then I went vegan. Anyway, so I didn't know for about a month that pink French fancies weren't vegetarian. And so I was like eating pink French fancies, and then I figured out and I was like, oh shit. Like when I found out they weren't vegetarian, I was like, I'm killing insects. Not that I really value insects back then. Like, I wouldn't eat an insect because it's a living animal, but back then I really didn't value. It was like, it's just an insect, I don't really care. But at the same time, it was like interfering with my label of being a vegetarian. So when I found out that pink French fancies weren't vegetarian, I stopped eating pink French fancies. And did it make me any less vegetarian for that month before that I was eating pink French fancies? I really don't think so, because I was doing what I know, and I thought what I was eating was vegetarian, you know, and it's okay. But as long as you think what you're doing is vegetarian or vegan, if it turns out not to be later on, there's no need to worry about it, because we're going to make mistakes. And I don't think people should hate on people or belittle people or be like, oh, you're not properly vegan, you don't care about the animals, you're a fraud, you're only plant-based. Because people make mistakes. People are going to make mistakes. That's just the way it is. We're human. Humans make mistakes. And yeah, I'm just here to tell you that it's okay to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes, and as long as you learn from them, that is 100% okay and no big problem. And, you know, it's okay. So don't feel guilty or hating yourself for making a mistake. And this really goes for a mistake with anything. If you make a mistake and it's a genuine mistake, it's a mistake and you're going to learn from it. And as long as you learn from it, that's okay. And that is all I have to say now. And I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and follow me on all my other social medias. Links will be down in the description.